Hello, thank you very much for clicking on this video. You know me, I like to ride the wave of a trend, and over a month ago, Mark Morris did the Beatles tag for 2026, and seeing as everyone and their mum has done it,
Tonight, it's my turn.
so I'm unable to answer all the questions, so I just did the ones that I can answer. So the first question, show and talk about your favourite Beatles acquisition of 2025. It can be a record, a collector's item, or a Beatles product, etc. The only... I didn't put these in order. The only thing... One second, please, caller. The only thing I really bought was Anthology 4 last year, Beatles related. So by default, I guess it's my favourite. Next question. Beatle lyrics, show albums that have a song with lyrics A, which you particularly like, and B, which make you cringe. I didn't put them there, or did I? No, I didn't. I've been thinking, but this was a tough question because, I mean, the obvious answers, ones that make you cringe would be stuff like, "Run for Your Life," those lyrics, and there's a McCartney one as well. Used to beat her, and you know the one I mean. I couldn't hone it down to a couple of lyrics that I like, so I'm going to cheat-ish and go with everything in my life. I think that's a very beautiful song. So I love all the lyrics in that. As for songs that the lyrics make me cringe, maybe not is the wrong word for this, but I don't particularly like Lennon when he does all his gobbledygook songs. Come Together. It means nothing. I mean, you could say as well that I Am the Walrus, it means nothing. It doesn't really, but and they're not bad songs. I don't like Come Together, but they're not bad songs. It's just that they don't get me in the feels. Next question. Display books you would recommend to other Beatles fans, up to 3. Okay. They're here. So I am cheating a bit because there's 5 books here, but you'll see why. 6 books. Every Beatles fan must own these. Right. Brilliant books. I'm cheating again. Brilliant books. These kind of, do they go more in depth? Song by song, it kind of goes more in depth than those, but brilliant. And lastly, of course. Actually, I do want to say about the Luca Parassi books. These aren't the only 2 I've got. I've got the Back to the Egg book, which I haven't started yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. But your front covers, mate. I mean, who's designing? I mean, these are the same. They're just different colours. Come on. Next question. Anthology controversy. Did you buy the 2025 Anthology box set in any form? Discuss your decision. So I've mentioned it in other videos. My missus did originally pre-order the vinyl set of Anthology, all of them, and I couldn't justify it. I already had the original 3. And at the time it was just a stink, wasn't it? That that was the only way that you could get Anthology 4 at that time. It's left a bad taste in my mouth even to this day. But in the end, I went with the vinyl of Anthology 4, of course, and I went with the CD box set. Again, overpriced. It's just don't get me started on prices of vinyl. Before I crack on with the next few questions, please, if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Blah, blah, blah. So just do it, yeah. If you haven't already, please do consider liking, subscribing to my channel. It will make me feel warm and cozy inside, and it helps out the channel. Name a solo Beatles song that you would have liked to see get a full Beatles treatment, all four Beatles working together to build up the song, show the album on which the song is featured. It's Call Me Back Again. I love Call Me Back Again. It's a great tune, and the harmonies on this song to me almost sound like Lennon. Anyway, it's got that very droll Lennon sound to it. I think that would have been absolute corker if the Beatles had done that. Yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Am I crazy? Is there another song that would have been better? Let me know in the comments. Next question. If you have one, show a Beatles picture disc. Are you a fan of picture discs? Yay or nay? My original intention was to buy picture discs and just use them as decoration on the wall. But then the missus said that I'm not allowed to put anything on the wall. So I stopped. But I had Off the Wall, Michael Jackson. That was going to go up there. Not anymore. But I do have a couple of picture discs. Sergeant Pepper, I bought that as a picture disc. Yeah, picture discs have a bit of a stigma around them, don't they? It's like they're not as good as your regular old vinyl, your LP. I don't know. Probably not. And I got that some time ago as well. I don't know why. I tend not to buy 45s, but limited edition, fear of missing out. There's probably hundreds left you can buy. Next question. For some reason, you are condemned to listen to just one Beatles compilation for the rest of your days. What do you choose? Show the compilation. To me, this was quite easy. I don't really know if it's cheating, but I like it. And it's got loads of bits of my favourite Beatles songs on it. And this also, by the way, just so you know, it has the best mix of Revolution on it. Here it is. The best mix is right here. Next question. Do you feel there is an underrated Beatles song? If so, show the album on which it appears and explain why you feel it's underrated. It's off Let It Be. Track 2, I think. Track 2. Dig a Pony. I love Dig a Pony. And I don't hear it praised enough. And maybe I know I'm being a hypocrite, by the way, because obviously it's got his gobbledygook lyrics as usual. But I just love that riff. I think Paul McCartney was asked if he had written that riff, because it does sound like McCartney would have come up with it. And he said, no, John came up with the riff. But yeah, the riff. Let me see if I can play it. 1 second, please, caller. No practice. Yep. Beatles, next question. Beatles single. Show a 45 with a cool picture sleeve or a picture sleeve from a country other than where you reside. I don't have anything. The only 45 that I got recently was... and I do like it because obviously it's on both sides. Let's just show this. In case you didn't buy it. Apple. But it's the clear vinyl. I think that's the only way it came, wasn't it? No, I don't know. But yeah, that's all I've got. It pains me because I gave to charity. I used to have loads of Beatles singles. Not in particularly a good state, but I used to have loads, and I had like Strawberry Fields Forever, all originals. I think they were my dad's. And he's not dead. He's still alive. So don't tell him that I gave all that stuff to charity, because he'll kill me. Next question. Is there a solo Beatles song that you feel is just as good or better than any Beatles song? If so, show the record it's on and talk about it. I've got 3. But Call Me Back Again. That's up there with Beatles songs. For me, that's up there with Beatles songs. But I've got 2 others as well. Both sung by Ringo. I really like I'm the Greatest. I think that would be great on any Beatles album. and the sublime Photograph. Next question: is there a particular Beatles song or album that brings back a strong memory for you? If so, feel free to share it. If not, relate to a time when you first realised you were becoming a Beatles fan. There's an album that always just takes me back to being in sixth form at school. Americans, don't ask me to explain what sixth form is. What's sixth form? It's just about 17 years old. It's when I think I first started getting into the Beatles, and this album, just whenever I listen to it, like I said, it just takes me straight back. And it's not even particularly one of my favourite Beatles albums. It's just one that, yeah, just means a lot. It's just when I started liking them. I've mentioned this in another video I made once. The song that like properly got me started into the Beatles was "Here Comes the Sun," but it was a sample of "Here Comes the Sun" in the middle of a rave track. So it was all, come on. Anyway, and then all of a sudden it went, "Here Comes the Sun." I was like, what is that? Lastly, shout out some of your favourite Beatles/vinyl channels. I can't remember the name of the channel. Vinyl Rewind I like. I've always liked that show. So Vinyl Rewind. But more recently, obviously, I don't know if you've heard about this guy. He's a bit of a knob. But it's a Beatly Tones Beatles channel, something like that. It's a bit of a mouthful. He does some great content. He's a real up-and-comer, and I think he's got a future ahead of him, so fingers crossed for the guy. And last but not least, I'm going to link all these people below, and I think this person's changed their surname because I didn't recognise. I was like, anyway, you know who you are. Jessie Monday, brilliant channel. She always blows my mind. She does great piano covers of Beatles songs, not just piano but mainly, and she's also got some of her own songs on there, which also you just go, oh wow, okay, you're good as well, are you? Oh, well done you. I put my own songs on this channel, no one watches them. But here's Jessie, just knocking it out the park. Well done you. No, but honestly, please do go check her out if you've never heard of her. She is amazing. And Jessie, if you're watching, me and Beatly Tone, who you've met, we do the Beatle board. I'd love for you to be on that. So get in touch, please. And that's your lot. Thanks again to Mark Morris for starting this Beatle Tag. Gave me something to do in February. It took me ages to do this. I can only apologise. No one was waiting for... I wonder what Paul's opinion is. No one was waiting. No one, but I did it. Anyway, off you go. See you next time. Goodbye.